Since 1944, the world has operated under a silent agreement. Whether you're buying a luxury apartment in Dubai or a simple bag of rice in a remote village, you aren't just using money, you're using American permission. For over 80 years, the US dollar hasn't just been a currency, it's been the world's ultimate remote control. Washington can click a button and freeze a nation's wealth, or print $1 trillion and change the price of your bread overnight. But history has a 100% failure rate for empires. From the Roman denarius to the British pound, every eternal currency eventually dies. Today, at the Insight Theory, we're investigating a shadow alliance that aims to do the unthinkable: unplug the American financial machine. China and Russia have stopped playing by the rules, and the weapon they're using isn't a missile, it's a digital revolution. Is the American century officially over? Let's dive in. To understand the future, we have to look at the Great Betrayal of 1971. Originally, the Bretton Woods system promised that every dollar was backed by physical gold. But when the U.S. ran out of gold to back its spending, President Richard Nixon didn't apologize. He changed the game. By decoupling the dollar from gold and tethering it to Saudi Arabian oil, the Petrodollar was born. This forced every nation on earth to buy dollars just to keep their lights on. It was a masterpiece of financial engineering and a velvet cage for the rest of the world. The turning point wasn't economic, it was geopolitical. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, the West triggered the financial nuclear option. They froze $300 billion of Russian reserves and cut them off from SWIFT. In Beijing, the lesson was clear. If the U.S. can erase Russia's bank account in 24 hours, they can do it to anyone. The Insight Theory analyzes this as the moment trust died. China realized that as long as they use the dollar, they are essentially renting their own sovereignty from the U.S. Treasury. China's counterattack is twofold. First, the currency swap lines. They've bypassed the dollar by signing direct trade deals with over 40 countries, including Brazil, Argentina, and even U.S. allies like France. But the real black swan is the e-CNY, the Digital Yuan. This isn't Bitcoin. It's a central bank-controlled digital currency that moves through fiber optic cables, completely invisible to the U.S.-controlled SWIFT system. If a company in Brazil wants to pay a factory in Shanghai, the money moves instantly from wallet to wallet. No American banks, no American oversight, no American off switch. So, is the dollar dead? Not yet. Currently, 60% of global reserves are in dollars, while the yuan sits at roughly 3%. Breaking an 80-year habit is hard. Investors still worry about China's lack of transparency and strict government control. However, the momentum is undeniable. When Saudi Arabia, the cornerstone of the petrodollar, begins accepting yuan for oil, the foundation of the old world starts to crack. We're witnessing the transition from a unipolar world to a multipolar one. We're standing at the end of the American century. History shows that power doesn't disappear, it just changes hands. The question isn't if the dollar will lose its dominance, but what replaces it. Will it be a digital yuan, a basket of currencies, or a chaotic era of financial tribalism? The fight for your pocket has begun. If you want to understand the forces shaping our future, make sure to subscribe to the Insight Theory. What do you think? Will your grandchildren carry dollars or digital yuan? Let us know in the comments below. I'm signing off. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next investigation.